Hey guys, welcome back to more Final Fantasy 14. And we'll be doing the story quest again. And also will be level 80 by the time I finish this one. And this is what the Tempest looks like. I like the artwork actually as well. Kuto, you won't believe who I've just bumped into. This is House Owen, the very few fellow I did business with prior to our ill-fated stay in Ormore. I waited, and he did not come. Then Mr. came, but his visits did not continue. I am truly sorry, House Owen. Things did not proceed as planned. Is there aught we can do for you by way of an apology? Perhaps where the dry return, a cavern to the north is home to giant crabs. We do not fear the crab, for we are the swifter swimmers. But now there is no water, we run, and they scuttle close behind, snipping and snapping with their claws. There are too many of them, too many. Ah, I believe I can be of assistance there. And what of you, Grito? If you've not found the task, you are most welcome to join me. Indeed, I should appreciate their company, where the dry return has a rather ominous ring to it. Alright. It's to the west as well. Is that where I was trying to go to earlier? Yeah. There's no point doing that. Not yet, anyway. That's that quest done. Now we'll yeah. You could crack those shells. You must be stronger than you look. I see, you reach your closer first then, and you first again. I shall never be your equal in such tasks. Still, I would say we have reduced the local crab population to a far less threatening number. My thanks to both of you. You must have a reward. Nay, pass on. This was to be a part of my apology to you, remember? Besides which, the lack of waters are doing, for which we must also make amends. Might I convince you to tell us something about your village instead? I would very much like to learn more of you and your people. Very well. Before the flood came, it is said that our ancestral home was found in the seas to the south. It was utterly destroyed by the light. Only those who were out hunting survived. They swam aimless and lost until they spied buildings here on the ocean floor. Strange buildings they were, and long had they stood under the water, yet somehow they had been spared by the scars of time and current. These structures provide shelter for our people and protection from the tempest's turbulent waters and predators which hunted within them. Their very existence seemed a miracle. The first settlers pondered their good fortune. It was clear that the race who had built such wonders had guided their course, and from this did they discern the truth. That the ancients had chosen us to serve as caretakers of their eternal sanctuary until such time as they returned. Thus, if it is judged that your coming and this great vanishing of water was by the ancients' design, you will find warm welcome here. A truly astonishing history, yet I cannot help but wonder, how will the significance of, or otherwise, of our arrival be decided? The ancients have blessed us with protection and prosperity. If your presence serves to bring us the same, there will be no doubt in the matter. Then it will seem our earlier decision was the correct one. We thank you for the lesson, person, and will continue to do so we can to assist your people. Should you desire our help with any other trouble, pray do not hesitate to ask. We shall return to the task at hand. Only do try not to overexert yourself, my friend. The risk far outweighs the gain. Well, especially I've still got the light inside me. And there you are. Are you afraid of the dark? Number 6. Sight dark gauge expanded. What's this? When executing a living shadow, a second timer indicating its duration will appear. Ah. I see. This timer indicates the duration of dark side, which increases damage dealt using the color of darkness or age of darkness. That's the usual normal one anyway. But it's not anything. So where is it though? Ah, there it is. Living shadow. Endure a simulation your dark side fight alongside you. So where do I put it? We put it there, I suppose. Or yeah. And it costs 50 blood gauge. So now the way to. Your 4 tanks, 4 DPS melee, 3 healers. So we'll probably end up getting either another healer or another ranged DPS probably. Because we've got 4 magical ones. Even though it's limited, but yeah. Ah, Crusoe, have you learned all of note? Fascinating, and precisely the sort of information I was hoping to hear. In fact, if you have a moment, I'd like to borrow your eyes to confirm a theory I've been working on. Come. Alright. Actually, what level is it? 79. We're now already 80. Oh yeah, for that as well. Plus, since that's something I can always hand it in as my level 70 bard, if I wanted to. It's just Archer, I don't know why. Sort out another time. I'll do them later. So yeah, might as well do all these side quests then. As a level 70 bard or handyman, just to get the XP. Where's your starter? There are two tasks I will have you perform. The first requires you to inspect the buildings which surround the Ondo settlement and note their most distinctive characteristics. For the second, I wish you to use this knife to take scrapings from one of the remnant walls. Pray be as thorough as you can. I shall be waiting here for the results of your investigations. Alright. Inspect the structures of the Ondo cups. For distinctive features, you may move the camera, target a building and examine it with left click. There's a window. The tall, slender towers feature many elaborate windows, the likes of which you have seen nowhere else. Interesting. It must be where the Asians used to live. Because obviously this was their world, or at least one part of it. You set the point of the knife against the wall, but even after applying considerable pressure, you cannot remove so much as a flake of stone. Wow. They must be pretty strong. No wonder it survived being underwater. What have you discovered? Yes, I would agree that the windows are most distinctive. It would seem the structures appear the same to both your sight and mine. And you say you cannot so much as scratch the wall, even with all your might behind the blade. So everywhere I turn in this place, my gaze is drawn by peculiar materials for which I do not have a name. The buildings that you investigate are prime samples. It may appear to be constructed of ordinary stone, but I assure you it is nothing of the sort. If pressed, I would describe the substance as a composite of several mineral properties blended to create a material of unparalleled durability. Even the Ronkan Empire, once the greatest power in Novron, produced nothing which compares to this level of perfection. But if not the Ronkans, then who? Here were these ancients, the Ondo claimed as the architects of their sanctuary. I suspect our answer lies with the reason Emmett Selk withdrew here to the Tempest. He may simply have wished to retreat somewhere where mortals would struggle to reach, but there are many such remote locations. Why here, specifically? Well, I suppose it's probably his hometown, or where he used to summon Zodiac or something. In itself, he is devoted to his role, thus we might assume his choice of stronghold somehow serves the ASEAN agenda. Or mayhaps it's a place more dear to him than any other. Are you saying this was built by ancient ASEANs? Did this place provide power to Emmett Silk? I couldn't say either way. The first one. That is my theory. That these structures are remnants of a time before history, of a side that was yet whole and unbroken. Such traces in the source would have been obliterated by the succession of unfold calamities, but here, in the first, they might have remained untouched for millennia. A copy of the mural in the Quintana Ravel. Emmett presented it to me during my visit to Hanau after our victory in Kalusia. Here, in the first scene, by Emmett Selt's own words, depicts a city of eons past and the disaster which befell it. So obviously being sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Or at least something coming to it. The design is much simplified, of course, but do you see the similarities between its towers and those you have inspected? We are close to the truth, I feel. Now search the surroundings for another tower, one which matches the picture near enough to remove all doubt. From what I have seen, not more than the sand, and more sand lies to the east, and the south hold no such structures. I suggest we try our luck further to the northwest. forest. You may appear the Cortana reveal more at any time during this quest by using the relevant item key items menu. The quest destination will not be displayed on the map. You must search for a structure which resembles the buildings in the mall, then inspect it from the survey point. The survey point will be found nearby in a location which allows it a full view of the structure. Well, this will be fun. So that's what it would look like. So it's the northwest. But that's what she said. Yeah. So if I go over here, then go up over there, perhaps. It might be that, the Flanders floor. Suppose it doesn't hurt to look, or at least see if there's anything, yeah. Though I doubt it. So you have to go around this way. So it does look interesting. Might go up there, yeah. So if it's not there, then Shadowbringers gap. Maybe. Somewhere along here. But you can't go that way. Just northwest, but there's nothing really. Unless you can probably somehow get across from there. You can, I don't know. I think you can. So the only other way I would have to unless it's here. I don't think it'd be here. Don't look like anything like the picture anyway. Maybe if I go, definitely said northwest, but there's nothing in northwest. Maybe if I go further down and then across, perhaps. bench. Yes. Saying further northwest, but unless I got to look at it from a different way. Like this, you can't really go anywhere. What's that? Where was the area? We were over here, so northwest would be up here somewhere. Yeah, I found something. So I found a survey point, but where would it be looking at? Doesn't really. Oh. It's that bottom bit. Green. So. Behind that would be the buildings. Hi. This is the mall writ large. So I cannot guess at its purpose. It must have been an imposing sight. How much of the tower's height lies hidden beneath the ground, I wonder? Centuries of our history have settled upon such ruins, countless layers of dust and sediment. An entire civilization, its existence forgotten by all except a handful of Asians. And yet it did exist. They lived here, in this city. But let us focus on what we've learned thus far. The Ondo chieftain spoke of mysteries stirring of a land eliminated. Judging by his words, he believes the phenomenon related to the ancients return. Thus can we surmise that what the Ondo saw shining in the abyss was, in all likelihood, yet another remnant of this age-old civilization. And who else would light the lanterns, as Reem put it, than M itself himself? 'Tis almost certain he is there. But if we are to find the stronghold in a timely manner, it seems gaining the Ondo's trust remains our swiftest path forward. I only hope our deeds are enough to win them over. Thank you for assisting me with my investigations. I shall seek out companions and share what we have learned. Much as I would like to tell you to sit down and leave the rest of us, your condition demands that we make all reasonable haste. If you're not to worry, it may be useful to speak with both Owen again and ask if there is aught else he is willing to divulge. Ah, Alpino's friend. You and your companions have done much to repair the damage caused when the waters parted. Anything else you can do? Have you been to the walls of the Forgotten? I think I just came from them. Are they the ruins to the northwest? Yes, that is the sacred site of which I speak. Could it be that your footsteps were guided there by the ancients? I believe it may be so. Listen, then, and I will tell you of our plans to bring light to the walls, that we might answer the shining call of the illuminated land. We have requested a finless craftsman to shape for us a sacred lamp. He is odd for a land dweller, choosing as he does to live in the ocean, but his skill is beyond question. It is concerning, however, that we have heard nothing of his progress. If you were to visit this ASEAN and return with our long-awaited light, then any doubt as to your purpose we lay to rest. His name is Renault. You will find his workshop in a metal structure to the south. Ah, the guy we need to find. No, I just came from there earlier as well. Oh, that's just great. That is. I mean, mine's playing tricks on me now. Look, you know, someone's come to visit you at the bottom of the bleeding ocean. Or might be as you're a ghost. Eh? Go on, foul shade. Feast yourself on me, rotten soul. I've got no use for it. A craftsman what can't craft is more pointless than a sea slug with a doming hammer. And that's an insult to bloody sea slugs. Grinnell appears to be suffering from a crushing bout of self-doubt. Maybe you can help psych him up. Uh, let's have it from here. Um, there we go. Eh? You wouldn't be trying to raise me spirits now, would you? Spirit? Not what you'd expect from a servant of the Netherworld. Has it really come to this? Have we met before? Well, we sort of have on Eorzea, but let's just say, have we met before? Might be as we cross paths back in the Colosseum, but I don't reckon we've been formally introduced. Name's Grinnell, and this is meant to be me underwater sanctuary, a place where I can give myself over to me work, apart from the distractions of the outside world. And yet, here you stand now, what's so damned important that you'd dive all the way down to the bottom of bleeding tempest to bother me? Ah, Yondo's lamp. God curse me, empty head. I've not so much as made a start. I'm worth less than a sea slug. Nay, the slime left by a sea slug, me delivery dates long past, me workbenches untouched, and I call myself a bleeding Usian. You have heard their beliefs, have you? Bringing light to them ruins be an act of deep religious and cultural significance. And it was my privilege as a craftsman to be tasked with providing a ritual instrument worthy of the occasion, but I just can't bloody well. Yeah, my mind's a bleeding blank. It's like I've pissed away with me last. Tell me you got some what to show me. Something else to give me a move right good kick up the ass. The Undead want to honor the coming of these ancients, so their answering light got to blaze with the right kind of brightness. Like the like like the spark of a life in the crystal, caught in a crystal. But just being sparkly is not enough. It's got to dance with joy and sorrow and a sense of hardship endured. You know what I mean? Basically, he needs some booze or alcohol. Renault sees a particular kind of inspiration, the kind that crystallizes only at the culmination of a long and tragic tale. Complete any of the role quest lines available in the Wandering Stairs in Colosseum, then return to Grenoble once more. Oh, because now I'm level 80. Means like it's not even a level 80 quest yet. Huh. Yeah, because I remember. So that's Grenoble. Oh, Grenoble. Because the other person I can think of would be in Open Park. Just to make sure, definitely right guy I think. I don't think if I wait, Open Park? No, no. It's in the North Shroud. That's where it is. The relic, I believe. Yeah, you can fly them, can't you? This is so cool. Being able to fly now in the old content. Yeah, Geralt and Grenoble. Similar kind of guy. Does look like him as well. Right. I need to go to what's it called? Omeg. Then over there. Finish the level 80 quest. Which I've loved and lost. Grandson, I've given you ample time to consider the path that has brought you here, and where it invariably leads, who walk it. I didn't know what to do after I lost Melinda, how to mourn her, or how to live. I felt that if I put it all on Darkseid, put my everything into the hunt, that at least I wouldn't have to think about myself or what comes next. I wanted to hollow myself out and fill up that hole with hate. Forget who I was, and irony of ironies, that's just what the poor bastard tried to do to himself a century ago, too, isn't it? Heh, hard men making hard choices. What? Hold on to Melinda and the memories you shared. Let the love guide you. Think not of Darkseid but Brandon. Grant him peace and you will find your own. The first one. You're right. I don't need the hate. Never did. I'll finish it for Melinda and for Brandon, and then I'll move on. Move on, you say. I can't live off hate. I shouldn't have made it this far, frankly. And the more I try to reach for it, the more I find sorrow, pity. Curse not fate, but mourn her victims. Remember the dead as they lived. Aye, something like that. I reckon Chris here would agree. And Melinda, if she were here, would probably slap me a dozen times and call me a bloody fool for acting the way I have. Or maybe you've been thinking about doing that in her stead, eh? Apologies for treating you with such disrespect before, so I'd like to claim I finally understand what you've been trying to tell me all this time, but I'm still getting my head around it. Recognizing your faults is the first and most important step. I will tell you what I know of the claws of Orpheus. The ring, together with bracelet and choker, were three relics passed down through the royal family over generations, signifying the owner's right to rule. Princess Soldia was the last of her line, and after her death they were stored in a sanctuary for safekeeping. However, a year ago a band of thieves learned of its existence. The ones who stole the fangs and eyes of Orpheus? Yes, the relics were concealed with magical wards. I can only presume that once they were spirited away, Darkseid was then able to sense their presence. Even in death, a slave duty, you said. You think he pursued the thieves out of an instinct, loyalty to his princess? That I do. After all, he was content to leave them be so long as they remained hidden. And still the three were taken. Then further still. Tame the claws of Orpheus and he will surely come for you. Yes. Gaius is where you must go. Once you arrive at the place marked on your map, cast this powder into the air. The glamour will fade and you will see the chest with the ring. The rest is up to you. Thank you, so I promise we will bring your friend peace. With me, sinner. And may you find peace as well, child. There should be a place. You got a pad on you, right? If you're above the maximum level, okay, we sink to 420. If I was any higher. You toss the powder into the air, and as it slowly settles to the earth, as twinkling motes of light, a copper begins to take shape. This must be the claws of Orpus. All that's left is decide when and where we want to confront the Eater. More like straight away. Or we could deal with it here and now. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Hey there, old man. I don't know you, and you don't know me, but I know your story. I know this isn't you, and I know that if Lady Sordia was here, she'll say the same thing. It'll all be over soon, I promise you. much. Yeah, that didn't end very well. Let's try it. Seriously. much better. There's that done. Fine then. Damn it, let him go. He's not your bloody puppet. So, finally, you're watching, Melinda? Now and ever after, my lady soldier, my sword is yours to command. Brandon, he's still in there. I will not hesitate again, no matter the cost, no matter the sacrifice. Wait, is he trapped in the memory still? You're wrong, Brandon. That's not what she would want. Let go of your anger. Let go of her. That would make me lesser in your eyes, wouldn't it? To shoulder a burden that need not be mine. No, I will not forsake passion and love. I will not dishonor your memory. Oh, my lady soldier. He's gone. And with that, the three treasures of the royal family are reunited. Now we've just got to find a place to stick them so that no scavenger ever stumbles upon them again. Least we can do for the princess and her knight, am I right? Maybe so we'll have some ideas. Let's head back to Bla Eni. So I've done this quest, I'll have to end the stream. It's also getting late as well. But I've got something to do. After you, Krito. It is done. Brandon has been laid to rest. You saw us when we arrived. Do you really have to ask? No, I suppose not. Oh, my dear friend, I pray you have found peace. And what of you, grandson? Has the turmoil in your heart subsided at last? I suppose so. Though, to be honest, it felt like I made my peace with him before we even fought. Because you finally saw him for what he was, and accepted that truth into your heart. The battle was but an afterthought. Ah, easy for you to say. You didn't have to cross blades with the bloke. By the way, I've brought you some gifts. The three royal relics of Gilbert, then Brandon was safeguarding both the bracelet and the choker. And now it's your turn to look after the whole lot. That's what Lady Soldier and her knight would have wanted. And yes, of course, that their souls may sleep soundly forevermore. We shall enshrine these relics for all eternity. Now that that's settled, I suppose we should be on our way. There's a detour I'll have to take, but afterwards I'd like to speak with you back at the usual spot in the Crystarium. Be well, so I think that one has a bright life ahead of him. If you can find the strength to overcome such terrible tragedy he did, and have you, on no few occasions, I'm sure. It has been a pleasure, Chris. Do visit me should you ever yearn to hear an old fool prattle on and on. Now back to Crystarium, and then that'll be the end of the quest and the stream. And I'll be continuing with the story tomorrow. Oh mate, Sinner, glad to see you made it back safe and sound. Having returned to where it all began, I can't help but think back to where I first came here, thinking only of Darkenstone and my revenge. I was so wrapped up in my own personal affairs, I didn't realise I was only pushing others away. Glenard was the only one who saw through the facade. He's a perceptive one, I took one look at me when I got back and broke into a smile. But enough about him. I have yet to thank you properly, Krito. I owe you so much for sticking with me to the end. So what's next for you, Sinner? Good question. Can't say I feel at home here or in Wright or anywhere else, so I might spend some time on the road. I may not be as skilled a fighter as you, but I reckon I'm better than most. There's always someone in need of a reliable sword hand. Melinda would want me to use my talents for a noble purpose, and helping folks in need fits the bill. Hells, isn't that what Brandon and his comrades wind up doing in the end? So let's not call it a goodbye, let's just say till the next hunt. Wheresoever you go, may you find shade, Sinner. Oh, you actually get all of them. pretty cool actually. You get both density, crit, and determination. Not bad. Speaker for the righteous. And there's also that's that for now, and I'll be back tomorrow with more Final Fantasy 14, and we'll be continuing with the story. I don't know if there's anyone with the raid, but I can check. Suppose I can always yeah, I'm gonna raid B dude. He's currently playing the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Bye.